Welcome to Get the Facts, the program that provides you with information on government's policies and initiatives. I'm Anthros Campbell. As at December 4, the figure for road fatalities stood at 394, resulting from 360 crashes. Now, this alarming figure does not include crashes with injuries only. That is too many lives lost or impacted. Today, we speak with the Director of the Road Safety Unit in the Ministry of Transport and Mining, Kenute Hare, to find out what else can we do to get persons to drive with care so we can reduce road traffic deaths. Mr. Hare, welcome to the program.
Thank you very much for having me, and also thank you very much for your listeners.
Right. So, what more can we done? Can be done? What more can be done to reduce road fatalities?
The reason why road fatalities occur is because of three fundamental reasons. The traffic system sits on three legs. Just picture it as a three-legged stool. So you have the human being, you have the vehicle, and you have the environment. All it takes for a breakdown in one of those components, or two or three, but only take is one. Whether it is a human being, whether it's the road itself, or whether it is the vehicle itself. That's all it takes for a traffic collision to occur. Now, when you have imbalances within a system, then you're going to have collisions, right? And therefore, it means that all the risk factors associated with the different components must be dealt with in order to ensure that we can minimize dramatically the fundamental reason for the crashes.
But for the most part, we think it's the motorists that are
For the most
causing the
part,
problem.
it is a multiplicity of issues. It's not only the human being, it's also the environment, which may include the road condition, the road surface, or roads, lack of road signs and road markings, or it could be due to environmental factors when you're looking like is rain falling, fog, etc. And is the vehicle defective, or is the vehicle an unsafe vehicle, etc. So there's a multiplicity of factors, but when you look at the dominant factor, it's you realize that it's the human factor that is coming out predominantly. So you look at a situation where over 90% of your crashes are due to human factors, and maybe another 8 to 10% is due to bad roads and bad vehicles.
400 persons died last year.
Yes.
All right. How are we doing now?
We are going to decimate that 400 mark very soon.
All right.
And if the people of Jamaica does not change their behavior out there, we are going to pass it very soon. We are very close to it. We are approximately 394 now, and we are going to go over 400. It's projected that there could be 430 persons dying this year on the network. So, but we are hopeful that those who have ears to hear will hear and heed the clarion call, because a lot of persons' destiny have been destroyed.
Your unit would help in terms of decreasing the number because you're trying to influence behavior. How are you doing with that? Is that doable?
Tough task.
Well, but you're doing something.
It's a very tough task. It's a task that one recognize that it's trying to deprogram the negativity that is in the deepest bowels of our subconscious, and to get persons to understand the need to want to live and to do the right thing on the network. We see a lot of extraneous variables out there that have been derailing our abilities and our actions so far, but we are not daunted. We recognize that we have been able to impact quite a bit of people. We get people now to be wearing seatbelts who were not wearing them before, who have a certain myth about it. We still also have a lot of work to do in that area.
How do you carry out the mission though?
We leverage social media. We leverage traditional media. We also do a lot of outreach activities in communities. Our major focus is targeting those motorcycle communities, because what we have recognized is that they have been left alone, and we recognize that they were not aware of proper road etiquette, proper safety procedures, and the linkages and the impact that their actions or inactions
Yeah,
could cause,
right.
not only on themselves,
Yes,
but also on their family structure,
yes,
and the destruction that a death or injury cause.
yes.
We try to ensure that the message is brought to them in a way that they can understand
How?
it.
Tell me.
We
Ab-
use
ab-
symbols. We use a lot of symbols.
Okay.
We use symbols that they are aware of, symbols that they
Like what?
respect.
Okay.
Remember that mankind respect is masculinity. So we go there.
Okay. Okay.
So one of the things that we tell motorcyclists, especially in the western sections, you're looking from Trelawney, come straight down to Clarendon now because the motorcycle ring has stretched
Yes. Yes.
from Westmoreland to
Yes.
Clarendon.
We're gonna come back to the motorcyclists later. But tell me, how do you measure? How do you measure your success? Are you having any success in terms of accomplishing this kind of culture that would reduce road
The culture
fatalities?
is going to take time to change. The
Yes.
sociologists and psychologists tell you that you need at least 3 generations to change a culture. They tell you that.
Yes.
So we are sowing the seeds now, and we are sowing the seeds with our children, and we intend to have the children being that catalyst of change,
Yes.
because we recognize that the adults have not been doing a good job, because they are the ones who are killing off themselves,
Yes.
killing off the children,
Yes.
and killing off people.
Yes.
And therefore now it is for us now to, yes, to appeal to them, but also to ensure that the next generation coming up don't come up and do these bad
Okay.
things. But I would say it's a very arduous task,
Yes.
but it's a task that you're gonna have to put your mind, your body, your soul, your spirit, and your
Yes.
subconscious into it, and not to be daunted
Okay.
by the negativity
Yes.
out
Right.
there,
Okay.
and also the thing that you will see drift in a particular direction. Because
Right.
what we have seen that is happening is that the motorcyclists, we have 117 dead already. They are the reason why they are dying. They are the reasons. Their behaviors that they execute out there. There's a percentage who have died because of what other motorists did to them. Right? But for the most part, they speed, they don't wear helmet, they remove headlights out of the vehicle because they believe that they must join this foo-foo crew named No Headlight Crew, right? So we take out the headlights out of the vehicle. They remove their
Out
their
of the
their
vehicle?
mirrors. Yes, yes, yes. They remove the mirrors from the bike. They remove the indicators, right? They don't like to wear helmet because they say the girl's not going to look at them and see them, right? Some will tell you point blank that it's their life, so, and they're not going to wear it. And if they're dead, they're dead. That's not your business.
Okay.
So there are some with some nihilistic
Yes.
tendencies and
Yes.
behaviors.
Yes. Okay, we take a short break now. We continue with more from our road safety director. Stay with us. Welcome back to Get the Facts. We're talking road safety with Director of the Road Safety Unit, Kenute Hare. Now, with the holidays approaching, what's the message from the Road Safety Unit?
This Christmas season is a season of love, peace, joy, and family. So one thing we would like for persons to do is to think about the family as you operate in the network. Think about your children. Think about your husband, your wife, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your cousins. Think about that family structure. Think about the workplace that you work for. Think about your community. Think about the fact that a motor vehicle death is an untimely death. And therefore, we appeal to persons during this season, wear your seatbelt. We are aware of persons out there who are wearing the seatbelt, putting on the seatbelt under their arm. That's recklessness. We are aware of persons putting on the seatbelt behind their back. That's recklessness, right? That's unsafe. And we have had persons who find themselves out of the vehicle because they put that seatbelt under their arm. They refuse to wear it properly. And the asphalt has been very punishing to them. Very punishing. So we tell people for this season, because we know this is a season where people are going to drink up a lot of alcohol, stay at home and drink your alcohol. Stay at home and drink your alcohol. If you have to eat those cakes, you see, that have laced with alcohol, stay at home and eat them. Don't go on the road with them, right? Because persons love to imbibe alcohol and have this false sense of security that they can hold the liquor. It's a figment of your imagination if you think you can hold the liquor, right? I know many persons not going to hear, but I hope those who have ears to hear will hear.
Okay. I know you're gathering some information on crashes.
Yes.
What are some of the trends that you're seeing
We are seeing persons not wearing their seatbelts.
in terms of the people who have died as a result of the accidents?
All right.
What age group? Male, female?
It's interesting. 103 of the persons who have been killed in this country so far are between 20 and 29. 89 are males. So we are losing a productive cohort of our people. When we look at it, it's wanton recklessness, wanton carelessness. We have seen some data coming out of the black box because motor vehicles equipped with airbags have black box inside of it. And the black box is informing on everything that persons are doing. At what angle they were holding the steering wheel at, how fast they were going, if they put their foot on the brake or they take their foot off the brake. We are seeing everything that people are doing in the motor. The vehicles are speaking. There are over 100 computers in a motor vehicle. You see those vehicles with Bluetooth technology, those vehicles where people connect their phone to the vehicle and answering calls and these things, all of that data is being recorded in the vehicle, you know. And those data provide a treasure trove of critical piece of information which we are trying to analyze. And then hopefully we'll be able to align our programs according which we are trying to do. But it is very important that people recognize that during this season of love, that they show love. And what I see on the road network, I have never seen such wanton indiscipline. It's not taxi drivers alone doing it, you know. I see people who drive in high-end vehicle, low-end vehicle, and medium-end vehicle doing it, right? I see them doing it. And therefore, as a people, we need to go back into ourselves and recognize that over 5,000 of our people have been injured in traffic crash already. Many of these persons will never work again.
Let's start. Let's give some advice to our motorcyclists, and then our pedestrians, and then our motorists. So let's give
motorcyclists.
Yes,
need to wear their helmet.
Helmets.
Motorcyclists need to stop lane smith. Stop driving on the white line.
Yes.
Cut it out. Stay behind the vehicle.
Yes.
Motorcyclists need to understand that you are one of the most vulnerable road users, and the motorcycle is the most dangerous vehicle anybody could ever drive.
Okay, pedestrians.
The pedestrians now. 97 have been killed already. Over 100 will die this year. Pedestrians need to understand you must wear light color clothing at night. Use the areas that are designated to cross. Make yourself as visible as possible at all times. For the drivers and passengers, because they go both together.
Yes.
Wear your seatbelt, and if you're sitting in a vehicle and the driver is a shutter driver, hot-head driver, and a hot foot driver, tell him to cut it out. If you don't want to cut it out, leave the vehicle. Come out. Okay. Because many persons sat in these vehicles and have died. We implore drivers, love your passengers.
Yes.
Don't treat them as $100 bill. Right? Show respect for your passengers. Show respect for yourself. Remember that the same way you want to go home to see your family, the same way people want to go home and eat Christmas dinner with their family and New Year's dinner with their family. Right? Yes. We need, as a people, to show more love. And the selfishness and the crassness on the road, we need to cut it out. And I would like to encourage the Jamaica Constabulary Force to extend no mercy to any man, any woman, any child out there who are intent on creating mayhem in our traffic environment.
Quickly, 20 seconds. What about some of the hot spots and how should we approach them?
Landover Main Road is a very hot road, right? As you approach any road network, you should be vigilant, right? Look at the road surfaces. If these road surfaces are white, cut the speed dramatically. It means that the road is bright. Right? If the road is bright, that means it's slippery when dry, not when wet, slippery when dry. Cut out the road, cut out the speeding. Give yourself adequate time to go to your destination so that you will be reached there safe and so that you don't have to clog up the hospital.
All right, thanks. We have to end here, but it was really interesting, informative, and we hope people were watching and listening and they will take heed.
I hope so too.
If we drive within the speed limit, look out for vulnerable road users and do not overtake at a bend, junction, or along unbroken white lines. we can save lives. Also, do not drive in a manner that may be offensive to other road users, and wear your seatbelt and your helmet. Pedestrians, you too have a responsibility to look out for your own safety. This has been Get the Facts. Our guest was Kenute Hare, Director of the Road Safety Unit. Until next time, I'm Rose Campbell. Take good care.